You know, and then I mentioned, I said, if what you're saying is that there's no medium, either they're unapproachable or they're overly accessible, what you can do is, for those young women out there who are taking your advice, let them know from a man's point of view how they can give you a challenge without being repulsive and pushing you away. You know, let them know, because everything, you know, Sergeant Willie Pete claims that he has all these videos out and he's targeting black women. He's trying to talk to black women and reach them and help them. But then when one of them comes out and says, oh, look, well, here, one of the messages that you're giving, I think it might be a little clouded. Just make it a little more clear so that the women that listen to you can understand better. He comes back with all these idiots on my page. It's so stupid. They can't blah, they blah. That's not what it is, sweetie. It's just an observation. A person desires to just further explore what it is that you're saying and put two and two together. We can't read your mind. It's just like an artist. An artist draws a painting of something weird. I don't know, a white girl on a duck floating in the sea or something. And he takes it to an art show and everyone looks at it. And they look at the picture and they're like, oh, wow, that's an interesting picture. You know, what is that in the picture? Why is the girl riding a duck in the sea? And why is she white? Or why is she a girl? And they start asking questions about your picture, and you turn around to the crowd at the art show and call them all dumb asses and idiots because they can't understand your picture. It's yours. It came out of your head. They don't know every little idea that made you draw that picture until you explain it to them. And then you turn around, call them idiots, and be like, oh, you dumb idiot, you didn't understand that the white girl meant white people, and she's sitting on a duck because ducks, they don't get wet and sink underwater, and only white people can afford things like that, so that means luxury, and the water is the sea, and that means white people control the luxury of the world. You asses, you ain't know that? Like, come on. That's how you sounded when you put that video out about idiots that come up on your page. And being that I know I'm one of the people that made that connection about, you know, the fact that you were saying two different things that came across as them being contradicting, then I feel like I got to address that, because you calling me an idiot. And I'm not an idiot. You just were not exactly clear, and I was just asking for some clarity, because it did seem contradicting what you're saying. And honestly, it still does. The explanation that you gave really didn't make no damn sense. Like, you're talking about black women can be unapproachable and they can be overly accessible. And then you go on to say, because if a nigga come up to her and spit some game and he got some buttered game, he a dog, she gonna jump on his joint. Or if he spits game and he got money and blah, 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 she'll jump on his joint. Yet and still, you painted the picture that black women are so unapproachable that a man cannot approach them, period. He can't even approach her in a club or somewhere else to spit game because she just don't look friendly. That's what you said. And then when it comes to niggas being doctors and stuff, you're the one that said black women don't give them no play because they too sweet and they too nice. But now they're too accessible to men like that who are nice and have jobs and are going to school and doing stuff with themselves. Which one is it? It's still a contradiction. And now I am saying it to bring out the contradiction. Before I was just saying it because I was unclear, and I was like, you know, and I know that a lot of women who really do care about what you're saying. I don't care. I have my husband already. I have my man. I'm fine. But other women who are out here who are looking for a man and who are all into this issue of black men dating white women, they're listening to you and you're sending cross messages. They might not completely understand where you're coming from when you said one thing back then and now you came out with a video saying something else. So that's why I spoke up and I said it. And I didn't say it with it. I didn't, you know, put exclamation marks, call you names. I was just like, yo, you know, I listened to all your videos. A lot of things I agree with, but here I did not see the connection. It seemed like it was contradicting. So just please clarify. Maybe it's something I'm not understanding. That's mainly what I said in my email. And then you come back and you're like, all these idiots up here, somebody up here said, Sergeant Willie Pete, you contradicted yourself because you said black women were unapproachable and now they're too accessible. And then you go on to call the people idiots and they're too stupid to... Nigga, I'm not stupid. I can connect ideas. I'm a college student just like you. You're not the only smart person up here on damn YouTube.